This is us just doing our own thing.
We just straight chilling.
He's Ro.
She's Meg.
It's Meg and Ro in the morning. Good morning.
Buenos dias.
We're getting into the holiday spirit this
As
episode.
You should as well.
Even if you don't celebrate any religious holidays, it's just a nice time of year to celebrate the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Megan. I recently bought a new Squishmallow.
Another one?
Yeah, another one.
DJ Khaled. Another one.
Her name is Opal. She's an octopus.
Uh-huh.
She's like rainbow colored.
Are all mallows or mallows?
Squishmallows, like
Mallows.
a marshmallow.
Marshmallow. Are all squishmallows named after their first letter of their, like, the animal? Like, you said octopus is whatever. Is it like sandy squirrel or something?
No,
like that?
I've actually never thought about that. I think she's just called Opal because like her coloring is kind of opal like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're like Tina the Turtle or some shit like that.
No, I don't think they are. Squishmallows, reach out to us, let us know. I got it right after I got my booster.
Uh-huh.
Go get vaccinated if you're able to.
Booster seat. Ah!
I'm not that small.
As you say in a small voice.
Yeah, exactly. Who are you?
I'm Ro, and I am irritated by Texas weather because
Oh my god.
it looks, at the time of recording, it looks cold outside, but it's not cold
it's
outside.
It's actually pretty hot.
I'm just like, whatever, man. Like, whatever. I don't care no more.
And it was really cold yesterday.
It was no, it wasn't freezing, but it was windy and it was cold.
Chilly.
Yes.
And then today it's like humid and warm.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just like irritated by it. So I'm like, man, fuck Texas.
You know, if you live in a place where it's cold for Christmas, be grateful.
I hate you.
If you live in the southern hemisphere where it is warm for Christmas, how does that work?
I appreciate you.
Like, I'm very confused by it.
Florida, they go to the beach
On Christmas?
this time of year.
Yeah, because there's no tourists.
No.
Well, I'm talking like Australia, because right now it's
Oh.
Australian summer.
Mm.
Right, because the seasons are flipped.
Right.
Right.
That's right. Oh, shit.
So, like, they don't get cold. They don't get snow, because in December, it's like the height of the summer.
Well, what do they celebrate?
There are Christians in Australia
Do
who
they?
celebrate Christmas.
I don't know, because I feel like U.S. of A. is, like, so, like, conceited. And they're like, what we do is, like, the right way.
I don't know how Australians celebrate the, like, cold weather holiday. That's a really unique thing. I've never really thought about that, because like we think of New Year's as like bundled up in our jackets, it's cold outside, like, you know, like fireworks and, you know, watching the ball drop in New York City. But like in Australia, like maybe they have like a pool party because it's hot.
Maybe.
This isn't this isn't the direction we thought the episode would take, by the way.
No.
Now we're asking people in the southern hemisphere, how do you guys celebrate
Cold weather.
well, like,
Not cold weather. This time of year.
yeah, how do you celebrate end of the year holidays? Because like in July, that's like their peak winter.
Right.
I don't think that they really get snow there.
Well,
Do they?
Well, I mean, do they have is every country's New Year the same New Year? Because Chinese New Year is like in January, right? Or February?
It changes depending on the moon cycle.
Okay,
just
see?
like Easter.
Just like that's different from our traditional
No,
December 31st and January 1st.
Okay, so the Gregorian calendar, this is not at all what we had planned this episode to be.
Like, we're rolling with it.
So the Gregorian calendar
Uh-huh.
is what pretty much every country follows.
Okay.
So January 1st is considered the first day of a new year after we've completed a 1-year cycle around the sun, right?
Okay.
That's just an arbitrary number. So yes, sure, maybe different countries, maybe their new year is in fucking May. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that Australians and New Zealanders and whatever else is in the southern hemisphere celebrate New Year's on December 31st and January 1st.
If you're Polynesianer, I hope I said it right.
Yeah.
A
Polynesianer.
Polynesianer or Polynesian
Southern.
Or a Polynesian person, let us know. I want to know. Like,
Yeah.
I really want to know.
This got real weird real fast.
But yeah, you know, Christmas and
Okay,
New
getting in the
Year's, Hanukkah,
spirit.
whatever.
All right, so I think Hanukkah is already passed by the time this episode goes up. But
Okay.
we are looking forward to Christmas,
Mm.
Boxing Day, Kwanzaa, and New Year's.
Right.
So, Ro,
Mm-hmm.
you are Catholic?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not. You go to church
Yes.
for Christmas. How do you get in the spirit of Christmas?
My mom.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Shout out to Lily.
My
I know
mom
she's watching.
From starting to decorate since October.
Mm-hmm.
Not this year. We started like late November.
Right. You
But
guys
it's
were working
always-
on the nativity.
Yeah. It's always putting up Christmas lights, setting up the nativity set. That takes up half the porch. This year it's a quarter of the porch. When I say quarter of the porch, it's like 10 feet by 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of space.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas lights, Christmas trees. Well, she gets in the spirit.
Okay.
I'm just living there.
Okay.
You know, I'm just like vibing, whatever. And I've got people like, why don't you help your mom? Man, when you help out a parent, if you don't do it their way, it's the wrong way. So I just like, you know what? I'll let you do this is your house. This is your rules. If you tell me to fuck off, I bet. You know, I ain't gonna. I'm not that I don't want to help out, but when I do, it's just like you're doing it wrong.
Right.
I'm like, all right, whatever.
Exactly.
Cool.
So how do you get in the spirit then? How do you feel like it's truly Christmas?
2 days before Christmas. So
Oh.
starting from the 22nd.
Okay, so
22nd, 23rd? 23rd.
question.
Mm-hmm.
When you were a child,
Mm-hmm.
did December feel any more special to you?
School made it feel special.
Okay, because you had a routine.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that, okay, so we're obviously mentally ill, depressed adults who are living through a recession and a pandemic. Ha!
Yeah.
Moment of silence. But I think that for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
like when you're a kid, those things are a lot more special, right? Because you're
Oh, yeah.
experiencing it for the first time.
Oh, 100%.
But after you experience it, like, 15, 18, 20 times,
Mhm.
it starts to get less special if you're not
Yep.
one of those people.
Yep.
So when, like, the way that I would get in the spirit when I was a little kid, and I'm talking like before I was a teenager, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is we would set up the Christmas tree before my birthday
Okay.
because my birthday is December 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And usually my birthday and Thanksgiving are really close together.
Right.
So after Thanksgiving, we would set up the tree. And that was just always really special to me
Mm-hmm.
because it would be like me and Xander and Ava. And like, Ava was really little and, we'd have to like hold her up so she could put ornaments on, or
Yeah.
she would be, we would have to like show her how to like spread the ornaments apart because she
Yeah.
would just put them all in one area.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So was it a very Lion King moment? Just like,
like holding her up. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, that was always fun to me because we'd like maybe turn on a Christmas movie or Christmas music or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what would really make me feel in the spirit. As I got older, less so.
Mm-hmm.
Black Spot, which is where we record, just set up their tree, and I'm like, oh, it's that time of year again.
That's cool. Whatever.
What really makes me feel in the spirit as an adult, this is something that I still do, is
Mhm.
going around to look at Christmas lights,
Okay.
like on houses and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But unfortunately, a lot of people don't do it anymore.
They're just losing the spirit.
Right.
But if they listen to this podcast, they might get into the spirit.
They might get into the spirit.
Hopefully, because seeing Christmas lights is pretty cool. We have Christmas lights at our house.
Mm-hmm.
Set out from the front gate to the main house. Not the main
Right.
house, but to the house.
Right.
Some of the neighbors have Christmas lights up. So I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. So people around the neighborhood that live in the sticks, they're still putting up lights. So I'm like, all right, this is cool. I like it.
My mom said that in the 80s and the like 90s in the neighborhood that she grew up in,
Mm-hmm.
that every house would have lights. And then when I was like a little kid, I remember a lot of houses still having lights.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say little kid, like pre 2008, okay, because I was
Right.
born in 99, so in 2008 I would have been 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But then it feels like after the 2008 recession, less and less houses had them just because they couldn't afford them.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder what that was like. I wonder what it was like to be like a 90s kid. Mom would say that she and her brother and her stepbrothers would go ride around the neighborhood on their bikes that time of year just to look at the lights by themselves.
Nice.
Isn't that cool?
Man, we trash.
Our generation, we just celebrate differently, I guess.
We're just isolated and introverts
Mm-hmm.
all at the same time.
And maybe it's just a Lufkin thing. Maybe places like other places do it better than we do.
Well, I know Houston. When I lived in Houston, it was like nobody talked about or was into the spirit of Christmas. But then again, I was I was in a tech school full of guys, and
Oh, okay.
we weren't like, yeah, Christmas. You know, we weren't like that. But I would go to like the Woodlands, to like the Market Square park, or I would go to like downtown,
Right.
or I would go uptown or midtown, whatever, and it'd be like Christmas lights everywhere. I'm like, this is pretty cool. Like,
Right.
I wasn't like excited for Christmas, but it got me in the mood. Like, if the public is doing it, I might as well just hop on the train,
Right.
and celebrate myself, or like get in the feel myself too. Whatever, I said that wrong.
Did you ever decorate cookies when you were a kid for Christmas?
No. Okay. What you would see in movies or what you would do at your house, we probably never did at my house.
Why? Do you think it's because you're like,
I think it's a culture thing.
okay.
Because I remember one year, we did it only 1 year only. Or maybe just been like a fam thing. Like, because my friend's family, they would, Twitter.
Bitch.
They would decorate gingerbread houses.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went one year and I was like, oh, this is super fun. Like, I felt like I was in a Hallmark movie.
Mm-hmm.
And but that was like the only time I've decorated something sweet or whatever. Well, other than that, like there was no, let's decorate cookies or let's bake cookies or hey, let's make a gingerbread house or hey, let's just like make peppermint coffee or whatever.
Peppermint hot chocolate, probably.
Peppermint hot chocolate, like put a candy cane in there, whatever. Like there really wasn't none of that.
Right.
It was just be at home, watch whatever was on Spike or USA movies or whatever before Netflix and Hulu was a really big thing.
Right.
And just watch it, and then that's it. That's pretty much it.
That's so interesting because that is something that still puts me in the spirit and something that you should definitely do is decorating cookies. So it's mostly like sugar cookies. Some people do gingerbread, but a lot of the time we would just use like pre-made sugar cookie dough, and then we would make the icing. So you would take like the tube of like sugar cookie dough, with the Pillsbury Doughboy on it, with the Pillsbury Doughboy on it.
Yeah.
So we would get that, and then you like cut it up, right? And you bake the cookies. That's always the hardest part because you have to wait.
Yeah.
And then we would take confectioner's sugar, also known as powdered sugar, mix it with a little bit of water and a little bit of food coloring. And then we'd have all the sprinkles, and sometimes we would do it like at our house, or we'd do it at my grandma's house, or we would do it at both. And then those would be like the cookies that we'd eat for Christmas. We could have like one a day, I'm pretty sure. So I don't remember the last time I did it. Maybe last year? Maybe. But the big thing I think now is cookie decorating kits. So you don't even have to make anything yourself now. You can go to any chain cookie place and get a decorating kit.
So just like a plain cookie.
Yeah.
And
So-
you
so
do it
you-
yourself.
So you'll get like maybe like a dozen cookies and some bags of icing and some
Right.
sprinkles, and then you can decorate them.
Huh.
You can find out if your local bakeries do this. I know that there are plenty of local places in the East Texas area that do this, where you can order a decorating cookie set. So if you don't want to do all of the baking and you don't want to have all of the dishes to wash and all that, because that was the big thing, is you'd have all the cookies, and then you'd have like 8 bowls of icing. Maybe you'd have your primary colors, right? So pink, yellow, and blue.
Right.
But then you'd have your own individual bowls because you'd want to make purple or you'd want to make orange
Yeah.
or whatever, right? So, I mean, I recommend doing it the traditional way, where you just do it yourself. You get those pre-made cookies, you just pop it in the oven, make all your own icing. Delicious. And that's fun, because you listen to Christmas music, you're sitting with your family, you're chatting, you're trying to like make the best cookie.
Yeah.
There's
a big culture difference. It's a huge difference.
Well, is there like a lot of baking in Hispanic culture?
Not really.
Really?
Like dough wise?
Yeah, like cookies and things like that.
No. I mean,
Really?
unless it's bread.
Okay.
But my mom doesn't like make bread.
Okay, so like chocolate chip cookies. Your mom doesn't like make those.
No.
Like gingerbread,
No.
sugar cookies,
No.
snickerdoodles.
No. I get Snickers
What?
from like the gas station. That's about it.
This time of year
I don't know what a homemade cookie is, girl.
is like, you've had my homemade cookies. Shut
Well,
the
no,
fuck
like
up.
a homemade, like at
Oh,
home.
from your home. I don't know what it is about December,
Uh-huh.
but like that just always makes me want to bake. Well,
Yeah.
I guess it's like November, December makes me want to bake because it's just like, I think it's an excuse to like
bake?
to eat a lot of like sugary stuff.
Well, I guess it's an excuse to warm up the house.
Right, because using an oven does warm up your house.
Yeah.
So if you're baking, you don't need to use the heater as much.
Right.
Because the oven's warming it up.
Mm-hmm.
Because like in the summer, like yeah, maybe you bake, but like then the house gets too hot.
Who wants a hot cookie in the middle of August?
Right, exactly. So that's how I get in the spirit.
I don't know. Just milk and cookies hit different in this time of year.
But how do you have cookies if your mommy doesn't bake you any?
Chips Ahoy.
Ew.
Oreo.
Well, Oreo's fine. Not Chips Ahoy.
Chips Ahoy smacks.
No. I
Especially
disagree.
the chewy ones.
Okay, the chewy ones, yes, but the crunchy ones, no.
The crunchy ones smack too.
No, they don't.
See, that's my kind of Christmas. Just we'll buy cookies. We'll buy pre-manufactured cookies.
Okay, I saw something on Facebook that said Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
I've never seen Die Hard.
It is
so
such
I
a
don't
Christmas
know.
movie. It's a very action Christmas movie. It's not Christmas. Like it's not a Hallmark Christmas movie.
Right. Does it take place during Christmas or
Yeah,
what?
it does.
Okay.
It takes place during Christmas. It's a lot of snow. So that like Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Okay, this is gonna sound really weird,
Okay.
but there are certain anime that make me get in the Christmas spirit. Even if they're not Christmas related, I watched them around Christmas time when I still had like hopes and dreams and the Christmas time feelings.
The innocent mind. Yeah.
Maid Sama is one of them that I watched around Christmas. Toradora is one. Toradora is
Dora?
Toradora
Dora
is
the
on
Christmas.
Netflix. Oh gosh, there's one with a really long name that makes me feel like romance anime makes me
Okay.
feel like Christmas because
Okay.
this is like kind of a romantic time of year, you know.
Yeah.
I also feel like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings movies are Christmas movies.
I feel like they are. I mean, I would rather watch Harry Potter, which I haven't seen Harry Potter in a hot minute. But I'd rather watch Harry Potter like this time of year
Right.
rather than like, hey, it's May. You want to watch Harry Potter? Like, no.
Right.
Fuck? No, I'm not gonna watch Harry Potter in May.
Exactly. I also feel like maybe it's because they always have like a Christmas scene in Harry Potter movies,
They do always have a Christmas scene.
so that makes it feel more like Christmassy.
You're right. I remember in elementary school, we had this really cool principal. Well, he wasn't cool afterwards with me, but he was kind of cool in elementary school. We would not skip class, but the teacher would take us out of class, and the principal was like, "Hey, there's a gingerbread on the loose," and we're like, stupid little kids, right?
Right.
We were dumb kids,
Right.
And we're like, oh, okay, yeah, gingerbread. So we would run into the principal's office. He's like, he's over there. And we would like look like dumbasses, like, oh, he's over there. And then he was like, no, let's go over here. And then the gingerbread would like go over there, kind of like Elf on a Shelf type deal, but gingerbread on the run.
Elf on a Shelf is inviting demons into your home.
They're funny.
I hate them. I hate dolls. I hate Elf on a Shelf.
I like the memes of like, you've heard of Elf on a Shelf? Well, what about? And then it's something different.
Yeah, but it like rhymes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was
It was weird. It was like, there's this guy on a rock or a chair or whatever. He's Mexican, and he's like, you ever heard of Elf on a Shelf? Well, what about? And people would start like naming it, naming the meme, and the one that stuck to me the most is like, yeah, Cholo sitting solo. And I was like, that's so sad, dude.
I have beef with Elf on a Shelf.
Uh-huh.
I have beef with Santa.
So provocative.
It's inviting demons into your home.
Gets the people going.
Like, you know how people say Ouija boards
Yeah.
are inviting demons into your home?
Yeah.
Having those fucking Elf on a Shelf things in your home, that's straight up a demon.
There's elf.
That is Satan coming into your home.
There's elves like sniffing snow. I'll put it that way. They're sniffing snow.
Oh my god, how they put them in like weird positions.
Yeah.
They're just creepy. They're not cute.
There's an elf as a DJ. There's an elf like skateboarding. There's an elf. The parents are creative.
But it's inviting demons into your home.
Oh,
Satan
yeah. I mean, I would never
himself.
do it. I would never have an elf in my house. But they're funny to watch.
Mm-hmm. No, they're still creepy to me. Video games also this time of year just make me feel very festive.
Okay,
specifically Mario Kart.
Is it because of Rainbow Road?
No, it's actually because when I was a kid, this time of year, we'd have like a lot of holiday parties, right? We'd be having people over because people would be in town visiting. And Mario Kart's just that classic party game.
You know what? You said baking earlier. I would play a lot of Cooking Mama around this time of year.
Oh.
You ever play that game?
Yes.
I would play Cooking Mama on the Nintendo DS.
You know what? I'm not going to judge you. Mario Kart makes me think of the holidays, so I can't judge you for Cooking Mama.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing reminds me of this time of year. So I'm really glad that I have Animal Crossing New Horizons to play because the snow is actually about to start sticking on the ground in the game because they have like seasonal cycles. And so it's been snowing since like late November in the game. And it should start sticking. By the time this episode comes out, it'll have started sticking. Okay. And you'll find a snowball on the ground. And if you roll the snowball around with your hands, it'll get bigger and bigger.
Snow. Okay, keep on going.
And then you can make a big snowball and put another snowball on top of that to make a snowman. Yeah. And then the snowman will like start talking to you. What the fuck? Yeah. And there's...
It's a very Jack Frost thing.
Okay, if you're watching this and not listening to it, Ro is gonna put pictures up on the screen that I'm gonna send him from all of the different snow people that you can make in Animal Crossing. Because there's this one, if you make a really small snowball, and then put a really big snowball on top of it, it'll be like, "What have you done?" when it becomes like alive. Oh my goodness. It's really funny. Okay,
big head and a little arm.
So, okay, what were you going to say about snow?
Snow. It's Snapchat reminded me that it snowed 4 years ago in Texas.
It did. I was at work.
But it wasn't like February kind of snow.
No, it was really weird too because that day it had actually been warm. It was like a day like today. And all of a sudden somebody's like, "Is it snowing?" Yeah. And it was like I swear to God, it was only like 55, 60 degrees outside.
Yeah, it was like
freaky.
And I remember Snapchat. I was working in Houston. I was working at shout out Soul Infinity of North Houston, fam. It was snowing, and for a good 30 minutes to an hour, there was all the guys that were not technicians. So like I was called a fancy name. I was a lot inventory specialist, but I was the guy that got the cars. And so we would go outside. We made a snowman, and we had like a snowball fight for like a good 10 minutes.
If you're not from Texas, it never snows in Texas in December. Ever.
Not screw the people. I'm sorry. That was mean. But the people that are in North Texas, it snows for them.
Does it?
Yeah. On the handle of Texas.
Oh, yeah. The panhandle.
The people that aren't considered Texan because they're North Texas. Because you never hear about North Texas.
Right.
You hear East, West, Mid, and South.
Right. Or North Texaners.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I still consider you as Texans.
I wonder how we, like people in Michigan or Massachusetts or, like, those northern states, they get snow. Like, that's just a part of their thing. Yeah. Whereas in Texas, like, there have been Christmases that I remember where it's 80 degrees outside.
Oh, yeah. I remember I wore a tank top on Christmas and New Year's.
There was, like, and it happens fairly regularly. Like, usually Christmas isn't even, like, a gloomy thing. It's bright sunshine. It may be cold outside, but it's, like, it's not what you would consider typical Christmas weather. Nope. In Texas, it snows in, like, January or February. Yeah. So snow is not what gets us in like the Christmassy mood because it happens after Christmas.
It gets us in a pissy mood. Because it's like, well, good Lord, what the hell we gonna do? There's snow on the road. I ain't got no chains. We're not a northerner. Right. You know, what in tar nation? And then we got people. There's a person on Facebook. I saw it. He started selling snow tires after the snow. And I'm
Well,
like,
that doesn't make any sense.
I'm like, dude, you're a little too late, bro. Like,
yeah, for real.
you gonna sell snow tires in May? Ain't gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now I kind of wish somebody bought them because they're like, hey, we might have another snowstorm this year.
Right. You know another thing that makes me feel in the spirit? Hot chocolate. I don't drink hot chocolate any other time except for around Christmas.
Do you drink chocolate milk like any other time?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's different.
Yeah, it is different.
Like there's
It's
a different
hot.
it's a different texture, you know? Different mouthfeel.
You ever had hot chocolate and water? The broke hot chocolate?
Yeah. No, that's
Okay.
my favorite kind actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've had milk hot chocolate. The time we went to Standpipe with Elise.
Okay, if we get it at like a place, right? Standpipe or Starbucks or wherever, then yes, I get it with milk.
Yeah.
Obviously.
No, but that was like my first time with milk.
Wow.
Like 23 years later, at Standpipe was the first time I had hot chocolate.
You've always
with
just
milk.
made hot water and put the powder in
Pretty
it?
much.
Oh, bestie.
My parents were like, milk is expensive.
And milk is expensive.
So we're not going to waste milk on chocolate, with chocolate.
Yeah, that's fair. Is there anything else that like gets you in the spirit? What gets you guys in the spirit, to be honest? I know that there's a lot more people who like get more festive and stuff.
There is we're coming up to the time, but there is a DJ called DJ Blend. He has like this Chucky mask, kind of like how Marshmallow has Marshmallow Head.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Blend has a Chucky mask.
Okay.
And he has, it's kind of like EDM techno kind of beat.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a Christmas remix. So I'll listen to that.
Oh.
Like a Christmas remix of like a Santa be like, ho, ho, ho. Like, something like that.
That's really funny. Maybe you could put a clip in, like a little clip.
Yeah.
Like a 3-second clip so we don't get copyright striked.
And so, yeah, it's I listen to his music. But this is like 2016, 2017 when he was popular. He's not as popular now, which sucks. But I listen to his Christmas remixes so I can get into the spirit.
That's pretty funny.
I'm going to my house and I'm like headbanging, like, yeah.
To Christmas dubstep.
To Christmas dubstep, techno, EDM, house beat.
I went into Victoria's Secret with my friend Kara. We were looking at stuff. And there was this Vaporwave Jingle Bells song playing. We tried to find it afterwards because it was so funny.
Yeah.
And like it was a vibe, but we couldn't find it. We like looked on the internet. It was Vaporwave though.
Ooh, another thing gets me in the spirit is that lady in the electric chair, in the electric wheelchair, and she had a viral video one time in Christmas. And then
I have no fucking clue what
she
you're
has
about.
bells on her wrist like as an accessory. And the song she was gonna dance to, it was like super like rated R. Because the beat was like a Jingle Bell beat. I'll show you afterwards.
But it gets you in the spirit of Christmas.
Because the way she's like, she's so confident. She's like, yeah, I'm about to dance to this song. And then gets to the nasty part. She's like, oh, shit, no, wrong song.
Anyway, I think that's where we're going to wrap it up because Ro made it weird. You can find us at Meg and Ro in the Morning anywhere on social media or your favorite podcasting platform. If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a like and a share. It really does help with us getting engagement. And if we get engagement and our views go up, then we get to keep doing this. And if we don't, then we'll get fired and Meg and Ro will be taken off the air. So for a little holiday Christmas spirit, share this fucking episode. You can find us at Mr. in the Morning on Twitter. That's MR in the Morning. You can use the hashtag MR in the Morning to get in contact with us. You can also email us at meganrointhemorning@gmail.com. How do you get in the spirit? Let us know. What are your traditions? What do you do? Did any of the things that we talk about get you in the spirit? Do you do them as well? Let us know. Do you have anything that you want to say as a final thought that isn't weird?
When we get there, we say, yeah, come on, Polar Express, man.
Oh, the Polar Express. You know, I don't actually love that movie. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird looking.
Seeing is believing. I had to put the bell sound. And he shakes the bell.
Okay, that was great.
All right.